Robbin McManne here. I'm a parenting expert. I'm a certified parent coach. And as a certified parent coach, I have literally said to my child with rage in my voice, you need to shut up and get away from me. Go upstairs. Go away. And I meant it. And is that something I really like to talk about? Is that something I really want to admit? No, but I am for the purposes of this video, because guess what? Parenting is not about perfection. It's not about being perfect in any way, shape, or form. And I want you to really know that. So I want you to take a second and watch this video, because I am talking about giving yourself a break. I am talking about you not shoulding over yourself anymore. And I want to remind you that you are not alone in this journey of parenthood, of motherhood, especially if you struggle. While you're here, take a second, like this video, please, and subscribe to this channel, because I have some really great videos that are in the library and great videos coming up that you're going to really love. And by the way, I have a Facebook page and 2 Facebook groups that I would love for you to be a part of. And what we're doing in those groups and on my page is weekly challenges for you to change one little thing each week that will help you to get more cooperation, help you to get more confidence in your parenting, and really show up as the calm parent that I know that you want to be. And when we use simple techniques, they actually create a really big space for you to start to notice things differently and respond instead of react. So head over there. Description has all of the information for where to go and how to be a part of it and all that stuff. And it's totally free. And I just want you to be a part of it, because I know the changes and how they will impact you. And while we're here, I just want to show you that one of my colleagues and somebody that I really look up to is Dr. Roseanne Kapana-Hodge. She's a doctor, and we have spoken on my podcast. And here's what she has to say about my work. She says, Robbin is an incredible parenting expert who helps parents bring order and love to the chaos and overwhelm. Breaking free from the yelling cycle is her specialty, and Robbin does it in a way that makes parents feel validated and confident in their skills. She's helped many of my corporate and entrepreneur parents bring balance into their home to cultivate success in their children's lives. If you're in need of a top-notch parenting expert, I highly recommend Robbin. And that's from Dr. Roseanne Kapana-Hodge, who is a children's mental health expert. So if you've watched a video before, you know that I have a link in the description below to book a call with me to find out more about what I do and how I can help you too. And just remember, the call is completely private, confidential, and judgment-free. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to suffer and feel lost. And I don't want that for you, because it doesn't feel good. But what does feel good is the transformation that you feel when you finally feel like you are in control of your emotions, of your responses, and you understand your kids in a whole different way. It brings about such a change that has a ripple effect in every area of your life. So here's what I really want to remind you, that we are told all of our lives that we're going to be moms, right? Woman to woman. We have always been told that. We've been told that from little kids. We get baby dollies to nurture and care for. I remember buying diapers for my dolls, for Pete's sake, and wanting to have all of the things to feed them and nurture them. And we're told all of our lives that we're going to be moms. Here's what we're not told is how we're going to be moms. And so when we start on this journey, we have this sort of perfect mom in our heads. You know, she's always happy and cheerful and understanding, and she doesn't seem to need anything for herself and always puts her kids first. And we really get into this place of comparing ourselves to this imaginary mom. Maybe she's somebody that you know. Maybe you think you know her. Maybe she's your own mother. But let me tell you what, that's only one side of her. That is not who she is. And the problem is that we compare ourselves to this other mother, and she doesn't exist. She never has, and she never will. And all that does is create more pain for us. And comparison is the thief of joy. And we just beat ourselves up comparing ourselves to this perfect woman. And we feel so much shame because we feel like we're constantly missing the mark because we don't measure up to her. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can stop all of that. There isn't one mom that hasn't struggled. There isn't one mom that hasn't fallen flat on her face or yelled or gotten extremely mad and overreacted to something that maybe was not really a big deal. There's not one mom out there that hasn't made their child's behavior about them. There isn't one mom out there that just couldn't even take another meltdown, couldn't even take another bit of disrespect or refusal to listen, or had her own tantrum right alongside their child. I have. I will clearly remember a time always where I was hopping up and down, yelling and crying, literally in the middle of the night because my son woke me up. And then feeling the shame about how I acted and reacted. And there are so many times where we fail and we live in this shame, this embarrassment. And I'm just here to tell you, you don't have to share it with other people to feel okay about it. But what you can do is give yourself a break, give yourself some grace, and understand that we actually operate from different parts of our brain too. And in that moment, I was in my lower brain. I was in survival mode. I was in fight, flight, or freeze. And I acted that way because I couldn't get to my higher brain, which has rational thought, reasoning, problem solving, the ability to just regulate my own emotions. And so when you can understand stuff like that, it really helps you to feel like, you know what? I think I was just dysregulated. And I was recently having a conversation with one of my best friends, and we were talking about having bad days. And I have gotten into this place where I'll have a bad day, where I feel really depressed, where things aren't going my way. And maybe it's about parenting. It's often about parenting. Maybe it's about the future. Maybe it's about business. And I have a really bad day and I sit in that. And then the next day, I have another bad day because I had a bad day. And I'm beating myself up for yesterday when actually I could just have a bad day and it could be an isolated bad day. And I don't need to beat myself up about that. I can just have it and recognize that, yep, that happens. And this is what self-compassion is all about. Kristen Neff at selfcompassion.org is brilliant. She talks about self-compassion as understanding that failures, mistakes, and missteps of life are a shared human experience. In other words, you're not alone in this. If you think you are, please think again and know that it's okay if you make a mistake. We're not about perfection. All this is about practice. So my invitation to you is, if you've had a bad day, if you've yelled, if you've responded with rage, if you've done something that you wish you hadn't, I want you to notice it. And then I want you to dust yourself off and remind yourself that you aren't perfect. You're not supposed to be perfect. And it's okay to make a mistake and you can move on. Maybe you make a note of it and say, you know what? That felt really, really not good. That felt really crappy. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to learn from it. Here's something that I love. Somebody said this to me. I didn't make this up myself, but he said, you either win or you learn. Yeah. I didn't win or fail. I win or I learn. And so take every experience that you don't like, take every experience where you responded in a way that you're not proud of, and learn from it. Don't beat yourself up about it. We're either winning or we're learning. I love that. So with that said, take this from me, somebody who has screwed up a lot, who has yelled a lot, who didn't understand my kids, didn't understand what was going on with them, And I was enraged so much so that I thought I might leave my family. Take it from me that it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to dust yourself off and say, you know what? I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to keep beating myself up. And last but not least, it's okay to say, I need some help. And that means maybe you reach out to a friend, or maybe just maybe you reach out to me and you let me take that for you. You let me hold that for you and then allow me to show you a new and different way. Remember, you're not alone in this. It's okay not to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. And don't compare yourself to other parents. You are enough exactly how you are. And if you want to make some changes, go to my Facebook group, go to my Facebook page, or book a call with me. Those are all easy to do steps, and they're going to create changes right away. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a parent who cares enough to want to make changes in your parenting. It matters, and it matters so much to your kids who are our future. By the way, Parenting Our Future is my podcast. So have a look at my podcast too. But here's what I want you to do next. I want you to watch this video. This is why you hate parenting and what you can do to love it. I know sometimes I hate parenting, but those moments are fleeting. And again, it's not about perfection. So I take it, I let it go, and I embrace these things instead. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.